did, let me grab it, is I use Nutmeg Brown, and I'm almost out of this. Now, this paint right here that you see, I took it to, we went to, I think, Home Depot, and we color matched it, or Lowe's. I think it was Home Depot. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I went with it, paint and primer, and this is Glidden. I've never used this before, but oh great. I've never used this before, but she got it pretty dang close. So that's why you see this here. I'm just gonna stir this up a little bit. I did shake it beforehand, but I'm just gonna stir it a little bit. So that's why I'm using this, but this is my go-to color. It is the same color, although this has a little bit more a reddish tone in it, and I felt like this was a good match for it. And I already have paint on my hand. Nice. So Nutmeg Brown, and it's Apple Barrel Matte. Okay, so this is what I'm going to start with. I'm going to do both of them, and then I'll talk you through the other colors that I use. Hi Mom, hi Linda, hi Tabitha, hi Darlene. Yay! So I have to tell you, some of the older shipments that we've sent out are reaching their destinations about time. So, okay, one thing I do not paint the whole thing. This is going to be covered. Do not waste your paint. Okay? Do not waste your paint. I just paint where you're going to see her pieces. So basically, like this edge right here, okay, I need just a little bit more. Now this is pretty thick paint, and it covers very well. Always paint away so you don't goop it up on the edges. And then I'm just gonna go back over and make sure that there's no pools of it. Now I did have the heater on here, so it's extra warm. And that's it. I'm not painting all of this and wasting my paint, you guys. That's why if you've ever purchased from me painted, that's why it looks like that. We're gonna cover all of this with mesh, okay? So I'm gonna set this to the side. We want it to dry. I do have my heat gun plugged in case we need it. The same thing here. I'm going to paint her. And also on this one, I don't paint the earrings. Those are gonna get something else. So just paint like this. These are easy and fast for me. My only complaint is I have to do so many at one time. This stack right here, there's probably 15 of them. I need to get those painted for orders. So that is it, you guys. Sometimes it goes over on the earring, which is okay. I don't worry about the lines here. I'm covering the whole ear and just making sure that there's no spots that I forgot to paint. Maybe right there. And that's it. That's all we do with the faces, with the brown, okay? Let me grab my, oops, Gus is laying right across the court. Come on, get your booty off there. Get up there. Okay, I'm gonna dry this a little bit. Hi Patricia, hi Joni, welcome. Hi Brenda. I don't normally use the heat gun, but for this purpose, I am using it. I usually batch them out all across my table. If you've seen me do it, I've done it at home. I lay out a sheet on my kitchen table and do it that way. Okay, perfect. Thank you, babe. Patricia, I did have a good birthday. Thank you for asking. Hi, Megan. Hi, Bonnie. Okay, so now the colors that I use, and it doesn't matter which one, the eyebrows and the eyebrows and the outline. So eyebrow, outline of the lips, eyebrow, ear. There's like a little ear hole here, and the nose and the outline of the lips, they're all with chocolate bar. So it's a deep chocolate color. I love the darkness of it. I do use a liner brush. Let me grab my towel. Okay, liner brush. Oops, I just knocked something over. I think it was my water and it leaked. Now, the reason why I do this is because I don't use too much. I shake up my bottle and I just go straight into the cap. I only want a little bit liner brush, and then I'm going to, look, I'm leaning on the table and I am filling in the lines. That's what makes this so fun and easy, is because the line is there for you already. And just take your time. Now, I've been doing this forever already, so I do kind of move through it pretty fast. If you don't like using the liner brush, try a paint marker. I would probably do a fine one where it's not too fat on the tip, so you can get in these little spaces here. Okay. You're gonna fill in the eyebrow. Get a little bit more. Okay, is that good? Yep, and then just get a little bit more. You're gonna do the little nose swirl thing right there. The ear, I fill in the whole thing, even covering the little part of the earring, so it's one nice fluid piece, because you're gonna draw over it anyways, and I'll show you how to do that. My hand is shaking for some reason. What's up? Okay, and then outline the lips. I like using this on the outline of the lips, and I do go over it with the red. Unless you ask for a different color, I do use the red for the lips. Occasionally I'll get a pink or a purple. Now, if you like fuller lips, you know, overline it just like you would do your own lips, and that's what it looks like. And everything else, let me see, everything else is with, other than coloring the lips in, everything else is a paint marker. And now go over here and the same thing, we're gonna do the eyebrow. The lines are there for you. If you want a thicker eyebrow, overline it. If you want thicker lips, overline it. Okay, and then the eyelash on this is going to be black, but I'm gonna outline the lips. So the lips, this is the fun part. You're gonna make it look like two big lips. So I do like these teardrops right here like that. And then the same thing here, I kind of connect it right here and then just bring it back together. And then if you feel like, oh, that doesn't look right, just do that. So it's like two little teardrops together, and that's how I do the lips. Okay? And that is it for chocolate bar. So I'm gonna put this away, and now I'm going to dry it up a little bit because I don't want this to smear when I'm doing the red. Otherwise, I would just let it sit. The same thing here, I want that to dry so I could do the red. Okay. Now I do use the same brush, so let's get this cleaned up because I'm gonna use it for the black for the eyelash on the other one. Or, guys, what I have seen is paint this black and then do eyeshadow, and people have been putting different color eyeshadows above that and below the eyelash right there. So this is a ginormous, this is probably the biggest one of black, but it's because I use black all the time. You can get them in the little things here. It's just matte black from Apple Barrel. The same thing, take your liner brush, get some paint on that, and then fill in the eyelash here, or the eye, or whatever you want to call it. Now, one thing that I do is if there's paint on the side, I will turn it to the side and paint black. Now, I didn't get any brown on this one. I'll also paint black on the tip And then, that's it. I don't do paint on this one. I used to, but I have found an easier way. So, I don't use a brush on this anymore. I use my marker. Okay, the next step is red. I just use bright red, shake it up. The same thing I do with the chocolate bar. This is just matte bright red. Use any color you want. I like the way that this fills in over the brown, and it's not like a super bright red, but it's just there. Now watch. So I just take some on my brush, and I am going over the liner part and filling in her lips. I need to turn this because I'm right-handed and I can't see. Getting right up against that line. Okay. And then if you see any parts that look kind of funky, just go back over it. So there's her pretty brown or pretty red lips. And the same thing over here. I'm gonna take a little bit of red. I do go on the liner. Fill that in. Make sure it looks good. And there is her lips. This one is done. Done. If you're looking for a project to do with your girlfriends or for gifts, look how fast and easy this is. Done. Let it dry. Take it out, spray it. We use Rust-Oleum 2X Clear in the gloss, and she's done. Now this one, not done. I'm gonna walk you through the whole step. These are the markers that I use. I've shown them before, acrylic paint markers. They're multi-surface. These are the medium tip. I'm going to use white, black, and because this one didn't have any personalization, my default color is green. So I'm gonna start with the white first. You do wanna shake them up. And then I press the tip in right here to get the paint started. Now, I do go straight down on the little eye, like that. That's it, just add a little dot. And then I turn the marker to the side and I'm very lightly holding my paint marker on the wood and filling in these little white parts of the eye. I do have another white paint marker. I don't like it. It splatters, so that's why I don't use it. I just use this one because it's in the set. Let it dry. We're not going to do anything else to the eye. Now the earring, the same thing, green. If they chose a different color, I would get a different marker. And the earring has a piece here that you can get filled in. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to lay the glitter on it after, but I want the green base. So if part of the wood shows through the glitter, it's not, you don't see the wood, you see the color. And just fill that in like that. Okay, I do put them back in the box to stand them up straight. I am gonna dry this because I wanna do the black. Now I take the black marker, same thing, shake it up a little bit. This one I outline the earring part. Color that wood. That just goes around the earring. Look at how pretty that is. And the same thing over here. Outline it. If you go over, it's okay because you're going to cover it with glitter anyways. So it's going to be okay. Look at that. Now I do use a different marker. I'm on my last one. I do have to order more. These are amazing. I was using the other marker, but this one is the Sharpie brush stroke pen. I got them on Amazon. Let me close this. I don't want to ruin my paint. I'm just gonna sit over here. So this is what I'm gonna use to fill in the eye. Hi guys, hi Trisha, hi Carol. Thank you, Angela. Hi Marianne. I did have a good birthday. So this one has a pointed tip, but it's brush stroke, so the tip does move. Now let me zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Let's get right on her. So you can see there's like all these little lines. This is still kind of wet, but that's okay because we're not going to touch it. So I'm just going to follow the line here and fill in the eye part. Now I want her eyes to be brown. If you want a different color eye, before I did the white, I would have colored just around right here where you want, maybe you want blue, or you want green eyes, or if you want to give her purple eyes or whatever. Some people wear colored contacts, whatever. Whatever color eye you want, you would color that in and then do the white. But I like her eyes brown. So just take your marker and I'm just going to follow the line and get this filled in. Now right here, see I went over the line, that's okay. I'm gonna make sure I follow that little the white triangle. Now the eye part, it looks funky because it's not filled in. I am gonna draw a circle right here just to follow that around and make sure that it looks like an eyeball. Like that, and then finish filling in the rest of her eyelash part and making sure it's all the way I want it to be. And then it just, if I went over the line a little bit, kind of like that. Now look at the difference there, how amazing the black part looks on her eye, okay? Now the same thing over here. This brush tip does move when you push it down. The more you push it down, the thicker it's gonna get. So you can just barely put the tip on there. And now I'm gonna do the round part. Now I know there's other ways to do this. This is just how I do it. And there's her eyes. Look at that. See how she came to life? Came to life. So this is the Sharpie brush stroke pen. And it comes in like a 3-pack. I think there's 2 black and then a silver. And it just looks like that. And that's what I used for her eyes. Now, the painting part on her is done. I know it looks unfinished. If you just joined me, this part, we don't paint this because we're going to cover it anyways. She is done. Now, I am going to do the glitter with you to show you how fast and easy this is. Get yourself a piece of paper, okay? And I am going to dry this a little bit more just to make sure, because whatever we put glitter on, it's going to stick. Get your Mod Podge and a brush. I use one of these little funky brushes here. Just regular Mod Podge, it doesn't matter. This is matte, you're gonna cover it anyways. So get your Mod Podge. Oh, let me get the glitter. I use, this is just fine glitter. It's not even extra fine. I do take the top off. Get you some Mod Podge on your brush. I usually start where it's the fat part over here and get some off my brush and load this guy up with Mod Podge. I'm going to make sure all of the green is covered. It's okay if it goes on some of the black. And then dump it. Okay. Leave it, go to the other side. Put the top off because I like to dip my brush in. Oops, too much. Cover that up. Get some more. I am using a funky brush, so it's like not cooperating, but that's okay. And dump it. Make sure it's all covered. I do take this and I tap it off. Make sure it's all off there, and then that's how it looks. Let me zoom this out a little bit for you. There's what it looks like with the glitter on there. Now, you can't see on the camera, but some parts of it, the green shows through, and that's why I put the base down, because it looks like it's supposed to look like that, and it looks absolutely fabulous. Let me see if I can get it in the light. Pretty, right? And that's it, she's done. You let her dry, you take her and you spray her with some clear, and she's done. Take your glitter, this is why I put it on the piece of paper, fold it like a taco, and dump it back into your container here. Shaky, shaky, that's it.